Oh, good afternoon. Thank you for jumping on with me today. My name is Teresa Poor with 320 Consulting, and I am so excited to speak with you for just a few minutes today about one of my favorite topics, and that is vision and goals. I run this amazing group of business owners, these small business owners that we get together every single week, kind of like a mastermind group. You might have been to one of these networking connection type meetings. And every week we train on different topics that are really just helpful for small business owners or entrepreneurs or even high achieving employees that work for small businesses. And this last week, when I was training on them, I had this really cool training figured out, and I was going to talk about breaking down your goals and breaking it down into quadrants so that we can, really step on the gas when it comes to success. So I asked him, I said, hey, who has met your goal for June? Like, I think it was about June 28th or so when we met. Nobody raised their hand. And I said, okay, who is on track to meet your goal for 2023? The same thing happened. Nobody raised their hand. And I'm like, okay, who has a goal for June and for 2023? And the strangest thing happens is that nobody raised their hands again. And here's what I think is going on in the world around us is that a lot of people are losing their vision. A lot of people, even our visionary mindset people, our entrepreneurs, are losing their vision. And so I thought, you know what, this is a great training. I want to sit back and just chat with you for a few moments about what goals are and how do you create them and what do they stem from. And I'm going to use a prop today. I have my vision board from 2015, and spoiler alert, in 2015 I was not a solopreneur. I was not an entrepreneur. I was not in business coaching. I was not even in Mary Kay. I did help my husband a little bit with our family business, but I just knew that I had a very big purpose in life, and I knew I wanted to get there, and I had to set my sights on a bigger vision for my life if I wanted to make that happen. And so today I want to talk to you about, what is vision? What is it? And what are goals and how do they work and what comes first? It's like the chicken or the egg or the cart or the horse. What comes first? And I want to share with you a quote that my mentor and friend and my pastor has shared with us over the last couple of years. And he said, what we see becomes the watermark for our life. What we look at, what we see is what becomes the watermark of our life. And that really dictates how far we go and the success and the next steps that we take. And that seeing is the part of vision, right? Some people are just, you can close your eyes and you can just see the future, right? And other people, it takes a little bit more time. But what we want to do is get a glimpse of what it is that we want to become in life. And the first thing we have to do in that is to be still. We have to turn off the noise for a moment, because the biggest thief that's out there, in my opinion, right now, that is stealing vision or stopping us from even focusing long enough to figure it out, is distractions. And we are distracted all day, every day, from notifications that go off on our phones to, people walking into your offices. If you're working from home, oh my God, I can't even imagine how many distractions you may have within your home and even in the workplace, right? But you have to get still for a moment and just think about what it is that you want. And a lot of times people will come up with, well, I'm going to have a new vision for the year, right? But a vision is really a long-term game. It's like right in line with the word purpose. It's like what it is that you want to accomplish and why you exist, right? And so a lot of times, though, people will create vision boards, and really they're goal posters. So I want to kind of separate what the differences are. A lot of people get confused that my goal is my vision and my vision and my goal. And the reality is they're two very different things, right? Our vision is what we see for the future, what we want to accomplish. And the goal Really and truly, here we go, right here. Our goals are the stepping stones of making that vision come to fruition. It is our goals that line it up so that we know, okay, I'm going to take this step, and then I'm going to take this step, and then I'm going to take the next one, right? And so I wanted to share with you real quick a vision board that I created. I could show you my husband's too. He has a real fun one. But this one I created back in 2015. And I think I did it in January because that's usually when I do vision boards. Now in my Mary Kay world, I do vision boards in July as well. So I'm currently working on my vision board, really my goal poster for what I want to accomplish in the 2023-2024 year. And this is one of the things that I had on my wall for a long time. In fact, I didn't take it down at the end of 2015, but what we focus on and what we look at becomes our reality, right? What we give attention and time to really and truly becomes our future. And if I look back at this board, I've always been a huge fan of Zig Ziglar, and I love the quotes that he has. And quite honestly, it's so fun to hear that Zig Ziglar and my famous mentor, who's no longer with us, Mary Kay Ash, had a lot of the same quotes because they actually went to church together in Dallas, Texas. But Zig Ziglar said, you can have anything you want in life if you are willing to help enough other people get what they want. And he's on my board. Another thing that's on there is a weight loss journey. And I don't know about you guys, but it seems like every time a goal was created over the last, 20 years, weight loss journey has been somewhere in it. But it wasn't until I started working with my doctor that my vision around health changed. And when my vision around my health changed, everything changed with my health. So that's just a very interesting caveat there. Another thing that we had on here was going on vacation, having, gymnastics for my child. And this is so fun. That was 2015. And for about 4 years from 2019 to 2022, I guess the 4 seasons, my child was a superstar competitive cheerleader, and loved it, loved it, loved it. But this vision was planted way before we ever got her introduced into that. Other things that are on here is public speaking. I love the ability. In fact, I'm going to share with you what my vision is. These were goals, but my personal vision, when I sit back and I meditate on the life that I want to create and the impact that I want to make in this short amount of time that I have on this earth, I close my eyes, and what I see is like a sea of people. And within this sea of people, there's little light bulbs that are going off all over the place in this sea of people. A light bulb here, a light bulb there, a light bulb here. And what I realized in that vision is that my purpose and my life's purpose is to use the light that's within me to turn on switches in other people. And that's where my consulting business and my Mary Kay business, and even the way I help other small business owners, that is what my whole purpose is. And that's my vision. And so I can always, when I get distracted, I can always close my eyes and see those moments of those light bulbs going off and say, okay, I got to get back to work. Right. But vision alone can seem so overwhelming, right? Because from the Teresa Poor that I am today, or the Teresa Poor that I was in 2015 when I was still a branch manager at a bank, and I was, still just trying to figure out what I wanted to do when I grew up, right? Is very different than the Teresa Poor I'm going to have to become in order to see the fruition of all of those light bulbs going off in other people. And that's where the goal setting comes in, right? So I can see this humongous vision for my life and the things that I want to accomplish and the human that I want to become. And now I've got to break it down into bite-sized pieces. And that's where goal setting is. It's not, goal setting isn't always, lose 20 pounds, but it could be. Right? Or in my case, in order for me to reach that pinnacle of success and know that I made a difference in the lives of all of those people, is I've got to set goals around where I spend my time. And opportunities for me to go out and speak into the lives of people, opportunities to connect with other small business owners or other entrepreneurs that really just want to take their life to the next level and really live their life's purpose. So all of my goals now are going to be associated with activity that I know that's going to get me to that next level. I used to have goals around, again, the weight loss and taking trips and things of that nature. But when it comes down to it, those things, maybe the weight loss is one I really like, but the trips and the diamond rings that I can earn in my Mary Kay business, the pink Cadillac that I have been waiting on earning, and my Mary Kay business, the pink Cadillac, you guys, this is so fun. It's really not what I'm pursuing. What I'm pursuing is that vision that I have for my life, that vision of changing the lives and turning on that switch in all of those people around the world, right? That is what I'm pursuing. But when I set small goals, maybe it is to do enough work to, hit a certain dollar mark, or to do enough work to hit XYZ. I'm going to earn some of those trinkets along the way, right? Some of those small things are just going to happen because I set the goal. And you can do that as well, right? But the first step, I really want you to understand, the first step is to really identify, the vision first, the vision that you have for your life, what it is when you close your eyes and you think, what is it that I want to create? And that really stems from the purpose, right? And if you're having a hard time doing that, shut off all the noise. Take a few minutes, go to the beach for a couple of days if you can, or fast for a couple of days, get into prayer time, meditation time. Take the time to really sit back and say, okay, peel back all the distractions and think about, this is the life that I want to create. Get some pictures out, like this vision board, where I can see all these different people. I can see quotes that inspire me to help other people, right? I can see all of those things, and then you take that vision and you chunk it down into bite-sized pieces, and you take one step after another. You guys, goals, again, are the stepping stones to the fruition of our vision. But we've got to know what our vision is and what it is that we want to accomplish. And I'll tell you, once you get that, you want to protect it. You want to be careful with who you share that vision with, because it's your unique vision. It's nobody else's. But when you use it and you meditate on it and you put some proper steps in place, some goal markings, right, in place to help it happen, you will change the lives of thousands and thousands of people. I just know it, because we were all created on purpose for a purpose. We just got to figure out what that is. So thank you for taking a few moments with me today. I hope that this video really just helps you remember that we've got to be intentional. We've got to know what we're going after and then put practical steps in place to go after it. Because everything that we do, that short amount of time that we have right on this earth, needs to make an impact. And I believe that you are the right person to make that impact. So thank you for watching. God bless you. And I will see you soon.